How's it going, everybody? If you would for me, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Just bring you movie reviews and whatnot to my channel. The movie I'm going to be reviewing right now is Superman 2025, written and directed by James Gunn, by DC Studios, superhero film, high budget superhero film. Big actors in it. You got David Corn Sweat, who plays Superman slash Clark Kent. Rachel Brosnan. I hope I'm saying her name right. Rachel Brosnan, who plays Lois Lane. If you remember her, she was from the Marvelous Miss Maisel. And I remember David Corn Sweat from Pearl, the sequel to X, which I have reviewed. And you have Nicholas Holt, who plays Lex Luthor, who actually played another hero in the Marvel universe. Played Beast from the X-Men. Uh, and we also have Nathan Fillion, who plays Guy Gardner, and Isabel Merced, I believe I'm saying her name right, who plays Hawk Girl. And uh, I can never say that dude's name. He was in The Harder They Fall, and he also played. He was also. I believe that character's name was Darwin in X Men First Class. He plays Mister. He plays, I believe, Mister Terrific in here. So big cast. And that's to that's you usually get in a lot of these superhero films. Uh, so uh, so uh, so I guess in my understanding with this Superman film, this is supposed to be a reset to the DC universe, the DCEU. This is James Gunn's version. So this so you basically get Superman. Uh, and the thing I appreciate with this film is it's not it's not really an origin story, which I'm kind of glad that we're kind of getting away from the origin stories. I've kind of noticed that with like the Spider-Man films, they don't do origin stories, and I think and this Superman doesn't do it either. We pretty much just kind of get into it really, and you get bits and pieces of his origin story as you go along. And uh, and I'll say this too about this movie. Um, okay, I've seen some Superman fans that were kind of on the fence about this movie because this is a James Gunn movie. It's James Gunn, so you're going to get you're going to get you're essentially going to get his version of Superman. You're going to get the, like, if you've seen Peacemaker, um you've seen Creature Commandos, if you've pretty much seen anything James Gunn related, you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a lot of R-rated humor in it. There's gonna be some swearing in it. Not as much violence in this one. It's not violent. They kind of keep I think in a way though they kind of keep this movie a little PG-13 because you could still say certain words in here, and it still constitutes as a PG-13 film. So it never really gets like he never gets like Peacemaker or Suicide Squad level like rated R. He still keeps Superman pretty PG-13. But this is like Superman if you're watching like a James Gunn version of Superman. And that may, with all the humor and stuff like that, uh you know animals, being saviors. You have Crypto the dog in here. um and I've seen some people online said that it's ridiculous, but I mean it is. Crypto is in the comic books. You know, he is part of the Superman universe, so he is a addition here as well too. So basically, what this is Superman is he's kind of like a new he's kind of like a Superman that's sort of starting out or whatever. Uh, he's not like a really powerful Superman, but he's kind of still like trying to get to that point. And I think a lot of people are going to be probably turned off by that because he's not this super overpowered Superman. He gets his ass kicked a lot in this movie. He gets his ass beat a lot in this, and it didn't it didn't bother me too much because I still thought the movie was pretty good. But I'm just saying, like when you watch this movie, just don't be surprised that he's not stealing the show every time. The whole other team gets to shine too. I like Nathan Fillion in here as Guy Gardner. Um, his stupid bowl cut and all. Because when I saw him, I was like, you know what, I want to see the movie for that character, and he really did not disappoint in here. I thought Nathan Fillion in here was pretty funny. Um, I do like some of the dialogue in here too. Like, I like how they basically have it now. Um, like yeah, because yeah, Superman, he is that hopeful hero, but at the same time, he is pointed out like yeah, but you can't just go flying over to other countries and doing stuff. You're breaking the law essentially. Uh, and I like how him and Lois Lane sort of have that back and forth about that. And there's a whole bunch of people who do things like that that sort of challenge Superman on a lot of things that he does in here. Um, but I do like the fact that we actually have a hopeful Superman. We don't have the sad, brooding emo Zack Snyder Superman. So that was a good surprise there. Um, and I just really a lot of really heartfelt moments in this movie that I really did admire and I did enjoy that. And I think that's where I say like when James Gunn takes over, um, his like when he writes, that's the thing I like about James Gunn is his writing, and I like his characters too. Like how he puts his characters together. I think like he does a really good job of um of having those really like emotional character moments. Um, the moments between him and Lois Lane, the moments between him and Lex Luthor. Speaking of Lex Luthor too, Nicholas Holt. I really did like him as a villain here. He's and always they always say in writing too, if you're gonna make a villain, um, especially like if you're writing a Lex Luthor who he's human, so he has to rely on his intellect to beat Superman because Superman is so powerful. Um, you always do think use that intellect to his advantage, like and I do like what he does in here because it's like and this is where I say like Superman does get his ass whooped a lot in this movie because it's the fact that Lex Luthor is just always 10 steps ahead of this guy. Like Superman thinks he's got it figured out and everything, and then Lex Luthor's already, you know, several steps ahead. And I really like how that was kind of showcased throughout this entire movie. Like I said, really a lot of really good writing moments in this. Uh, but I think the even the Justice crew, like when they come in, like, and I will say that's the one thing is the Justice crew when they come in, they still the movie, like they still the show basically. So if So if you think like, if you're thinking like, man, Superman is going to come in and save the day, there's it's not a lot of that. It really, like I said, it really focuses on the entire team as a whole. And again, I think even moments the Justice Crew, I think they kind of overshadow Superman at points too. There's times where they're going in and they're saving him. So I said I think, but I think the cast is really good in here. Rachel Brosnan as Lois Lane, I really liked her because she wasn't because every time you watch Superman, she's always a damsel in distress, and I think I like this Lois Lane because she's a little bit more like tough around the edges type character, and she's sort of written that way to where she can like kind of hold her own, and I really did appreciate that too. Um, and this is a movie too where like it's Lex Luthor. He's Lex Luthor. He's trying to the story of Lex Luthor. He's jealous of Superman. He basically feels like Superman, a guy shouldn't have that much power. No, somebody like that shouldn't exist, and he feels like he's doing this for the good of uh like mankind, the people, basically. And Superman, he's that genuine, hopeful guy. He's like a regular guy in here. He acts like, he's basically like a regular guy in this movie. And I did admire that, rather him being the super overpowered being, you know and I usually like Superman when he's written like this. So no, this is a really good movie. I actually like this a lot more than what I thought I did, or I thought I was going to like it. Uh, yeah, so this it's going to be a high recommend for me. Yeah, high recommend. Yeah. Uh, I really thought this was very good, and and James Gunn said there's going to be a sequel coming up, so I can't wait for that. If this is what I'm getting, like if this is the quality I'm getting of like this type of film, um, in the DC universe, then yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind checking this out. And then I know we got Supergirl coming out. I did a trailer reaction on it. I think I believe the release date was like June 6th or something like that. It's this. I think it's summer. I think it's summer of 2026. So yeah, definitely check this one out. It's a high recommend. Uh, Superman 2025. If you saw the movie yourself, what did you think about it? Definitely comment section. Hit up the comment section. Uh, and that is my review for Superman 2025, written and directed by James Gunn. And I will see you next video. Peace.